just like the dinosaurs. We'll make great pets. We'll make great pets. Make great pets. We'll make great pets. Make great pets. That's right. Remember to abide by our community guidelines. Howdy. Good evening. Good evening, children of the DNC. What music they make. Bonsoir. 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 Coucou. Comment allez-vous? Très bien. Et toi? Très bien. Aloha. Grandpa's getting slammed by Hurricane Beryl and got pissed when I brought up climate change. Maybe not the best time. Maybe not the most strategic time to scream to Duder about climate change. Ever thought about adopting a kid? In my life, yes. Recently, no. Ça va, ça va, ça va. I just say, goddamn, climate change is fucking nuts this year. A little bit of salt in the wound, but yeah. I don't know. He's gonna get even saltier when it gets worse later this season. It's early in that hurricane season. Ever known anybody in waste management? Are you talking about like somebody connected? Is this a are we talking about waste management in the Sopranos sense? Or are we talking about actually in waste management? The answer is no to both, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess that's not true. I knew some people in waste management. I worked at a waste management, well, not waste management, or waste recycling place. I guess that's part of waste management, right? Worked at a waste recycling place when I was 17, picking fucking garbage out of glass that came from the Bay Area. That was a great job. Climate change denier too, I assumed he was. Looks like a fat Daniel Bryan. Who's Daniel Bryan? Who that is? I'm trying to decide if I'm mad at you or not. But I can't summon a picture to go with Daniel Bryan, although I know the name. The name sounds real fucking familiar. A wrestler? Oh, okay. Well, I've been out of wrestling for a while, so that makes sense. I used to watch wrestling back when wrestling was good, you know, in the 80s and the 90s. And then when wrestling went woke, I kind of like was done with wrestling, you know what I mean? Looks like the San Diego area, Central California. I wish I was in San Diego. I wish I hadn't killed that fish. I just looked him up and that dude is spot on. Spot on. How did the Destiny chat go? I only caught the first few minutes. It was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we came to any like major points of contention where anybody's mind was changed, at least between he and I, but I learned some stuff. And I think I made him think a few times. That's a win in my book, you know. It's good stuff. I think you look like a younger Ellen Moore. People are always like comparing me to other people. I wonder if that happens to everybody, or if it's because I feel like it happens to me way more than it happens to the people I work with. I feel like people are trying to find a Paul out there. No, you haven't been under a rock. It just happened today. I mean, he and I made a meme about him on Twitter. A bunch of people responded to me and said, hey, go DM Destiny. I did. He got back to me. I said, I'll come on your show. He said, cool. I'm streaming all day tomorrow. Come by whenever. I said, cool. And I went. And I ended up talking to him for 2 or 3 hours today, I think. It was a pretty long discussion. I got a little heated and contentious a couple of times, but I think for the most part it was pretty fucking interesting and good-natured. And I certainly was not trying to argue in bad faith, and I don't think he was either. And so it ended up being a pretty decent conversation. It's because of the long hair and the beard, yeah, but I mean, from where I sit, like, a lot of dudes have got long hair and beards, you know? So you get the movie Viking guy comparison. Yeah, I don't know, man. It gets wild for me. Sometimes I can see it, and sometimes I get the wildest, like, you know who you remind me of, dude? This is the one that still blows my mind to this day. I don't know if the dude was trolling or whatever, but it had a bunch of updates way back in the day on YouTube. Some dude left a comment, and he was like, you know who this guy reminds me of? John Malkovich. And I was like, that's a new one on me. That's a brand new one on me. It happens to me every fucking day. Oh, no, never mind. I already read that one. Sometimes this chat moves interminably slow. Plus, I think I'm algorithmically boned. I think they're done letting me surf the fucking skibbities, bro. I think they gave me access to the skibbities for a while, and now they've removed it. The last couple of times that I've streamed have been a much slower, much more mellow crowd, which is cool. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It is so fucking hot out here. I hate to do it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to fucking hang for much longer. I'm going to drink a bunch of water right now. A bunch of ice cold water. Let's see if that helps. Hello, Ashley. Sniped 5K, too many skibbities. I know, right? Oof. Woof. It's a sweaty day here in Central California. Ra ra Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. Da 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 da. Bo do do ra ra Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. Yeah, dude, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking hang with this. I doubt it. I doubt I'll be able to hang with this shit. It's like it's like 8:30 at night, the sun is still up, and it's gotta be over 90 still. Like, I don't have my other phone, or I'd tell you exactly what it was, but you could look it up. Fresno, California weather. I bet it's over fucking 90 degrees right now, bro. It's fucking crazy. Sweating. But I can't be inside, man. I gotta be outdoors every fucking day or I go nuts. I love that Rasputin's grandkids are still alive when that song came out. Imagine turning on a radio, you hear a song about how your granddad used to fuck. I know, dude. He was, dude. Like, the guy he knew how to sling dick, okay? You can't really hate on Rasputin. He knew how to sling it. Raw, Rasputin. D, you wanna come here? Come here. Everybody loves, who's D? Dirty D. Everybody tunes in, and I think the only reason that they tune in is to see this smart little gentleman right here. This wonderful little man with his summer cut. With his summer cut. He got his summer cut. Mr. Summer Cut, man. What a sweet boy. He's so clean. Yeah, he is. He's so happy that he's not overheating and stuff. You know, he gets pretty hot in the summer until we get him his summer cut. We try and wait until it gets like into the hundreds, and then we're like, okay, it's summer cut time. Or cry, I miss him. I know. He's still the same little turd. He ain't changed one bit. Just a little fucking troublemaker. Gets in trouble all the time with his brother. Cricket and he are a constant little fucking duo of destruction. Nothing new with him. He's a healthy boy. Got him a lick mat because he's obsessive about licking things still. And we got him one of those like silicone mats that's got all the ridges. Smear a little peanut butter in it, and it keeps him busy for like an hour going like... He loves that shit. Did you debate Destiny? No. I talked to Destiny for about 3 hours today, but I wouldn't call what we did a debate. I would hesitate short of debate. So it was you. So it was you. It was me, yes. Cordial disagreement? Yeah, I thought it was, I mean, from my perspective, given some of the fucking chats I've had with people, I thought it was pretty fucking cordial and good-natured and stuff. Knew I recognized you. Is that a THC vape? Yeah. Yeah. Would be the point. I don't know what strain it is, bro. It's a vape. Where can I see the Destiny conversation? I assume there's a link to it out there somewhere. Like, you'd have to go to his community and find a link to today's show. I think he takes his shows down and privates them, but I'm sure the link is out there on his Discord or his subreddit or something, right? Yep, talked to Destiny today for about 3 hours. Any update on the landlords trying to scalp you? Fuck no. I'm never gonna hear from those fucking people again. Are you kidding me? Latest video. Yeah, latest video on his Kick page, I guess. There you go. People still smoke out of bongs or old school pipes? I think they do, yeah. I do, from time to time. De temps en temps. I like to smoke a joint or a little, you know, easy to conceal vape or whatever. It's just... Vapes. Vapes. Vapes hurt my lungs. Yeah, I mean, if I hit them too hard, they hurt my lungs. But as long as I keep it to small puffs, I'm good. Smoking out of a bong right now, almost manageable without wasting too much weed. True. If you're gonna smoke like actual flower, a bong is probably the best way you can do it. In terms of like not wasting your weed. They make me wheeze. Yeah, me too. They make me get wheezy. Yeah, vape carts can be kind of sketch, bro, especially like in the South where it's not what's like quasi legal. A lot of people are just like buying empty carts, creating this like shitty fucking resin extract shit, you know, adding all kinds of crap into it, loading it up, selling it to people down there. Man, I'm so fucking depressed, bro. This summer is so brutal to me, man. I really have to get the fuck out of this area, man. It is like, I get such brutal fucking depression during the summer. It's like, I know it's the opposite of a lot of people. I know for a lot of people, summertime is like sunshine, happy time. But for me, it's just like brutal. I want to be out here. I want to be among nature. I want to have a little breeze in my face. I want to look at my trees. I want to listen to the birds. I want to just enjoy being out in my back fucking yard, man. That's like one of my simple pleasures in life that I just can't fucking get rid of. And the weather here is so startlingly unhospitable in the fucking summer, bro. It didn't always used to be this, dude. When I was a kid, I lived in the same fucking area. I used to run around like a fucking mad person in the summer. I mean, yeah, I'd get sweaty and dirty and shit, but it wasn't like oppressive heat all day. Today, it popped off at 115 degrees, dude. It's the second day in a row it's been over 110. It's going to be 3 days before it goes below 110 here. I'm just fucking out of it, bro. Yeah, New England, I mean, dude, the place I want to move to literally has never had a day above fucking 80 degrees in its entire history. Typically, it has 3 to 4 days of 70 plus a summer, and then it just fucking peters out back to 60s, 50s, and 40s. It's like literal paradise for me. I don't live in SoCal, I live in Central California. Like, if you were to like take a thumbtack and try and stick it in the geographical center of California, you would probably land between 30 and 100 miles from me. I'm right in the literal center. 115, bro. I get so fucking depressed in the summer. I've gotten so much better, like, mentally over the last 5 or 10 years. Like, I've really, like, smoothed over some of my rough spots. Done a lot of work, but it's like summertime, it all comes screaming back. The depression, the fucking, like, social anxiety, and then just the panic attacks and all of that shit just, like, start to go knock, knock, knock. It's like, dude, in the summer, like, or in the winter, when I started this CPAP shit, I felt like a fucking god striding out on the earth, dude. I literally did. I was like, fuck me. Like, I have all this energy back, and I feel so good in my mind and my body and my spirit. Like, yes. And now it, like, in the last week, it's really hit home. You know, like, deep summer has arrived here early, and I'm fucking over it already, and it's going to be another 3 months before there's an abatement to it of any, and I just, like, that makes me so sad. Just that thought makes me, like, both angry and fucking, like, want to cry at the same time, bro. I just want to be done. I just have to go, man. Might be when my BPD is acting. I mean, it might be. I mean, I know a lot of people, it's the other way around, you know, like gloomy weather, cloudy weather, cold weather makes them like fucking clam up and get depressed, makes their mental health issues worse. But, yeah, man, for me, it's the opposite. Summer is like, pew. Summer's horrible. But But take care of yourself, you know, if you're like me and you're struggling now. Like, don't lose sight of it and try not to let it fucking consume your whole day. Like, I accomplished stuff today, you know. Got to go on a big show with a lot of people viewing it. That's always fun. I didn't do a really good job of, like, advertising myself. But I've never been good at that. I got shit done, despite not wanting to do a fucking thing today. Despite, like, desperately just wanting to, like, curl up in a ball on my bed and fucking disappear. Love sitting and listening to the rain. I will sit out on a porch and listen to the rain 24/7. I love storms, thunderstorms, lightning storms, wind storms. I love it all, man. I love inclement weather, okay? Just not the inclement towards too hot. But I love a storm. I love gloomy weather. I love cold weather. Yeah, I mean, what else can you do, huh, Ashley? Right? Like, I've come to the point in my life, and hey, if you've reached that at your age, you're fucking a step ahead of me. Where I realize, like, I can get better, that's not the thing, but I'm going to struggle my whole life. And if that's the case, then at least I know what I'm dealing with. Like, I know that if I just push through this next couple of months, I will be okay on the back end. Because I've been there fucking so many times, you know. And if you're already feeling that way, then you're a good step ahead of where I was at your age. You're a good fucking 10 steps. Okay, buddy, DFF. Yeah, dude, go ahead and ask me some stuff, man. Whatever you want to ask, that's what this is for. Let me go turn on my light, though. I can barely see. Okay. People love and remark to me that I bring my hometown down. My therapist told me that what I'm going through with my BPD is normal for people in recovery as well. Scared shitless anytime a symptom comes up. Yeah, I mean, you'll get better at that. But you know, just know that, like, I'm proud of your progress and stuff. Any progress is good progress. You seem to be doing really well, from what I can tell. So, good on you for that. I'm in the same boat. Doing pretty fucking well. What's up with the new house? Rental people are still dithering. I don't expect to hear back from them. They wanted to scout me for triple fucking rent as a move-in, and it's just not gonna happen. Hello, baby. No sleepies happening. I'm sorry.
Get exhausted, but then it just won't happen.
I think you're just struggling the same way I am. I think you might get a little seasonal depressive disorder too when it's hot like this. I can't see how anybody doesn't.
I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily seasonal. It might just be a matter of coincidence.
Or it might just be the extremes.
Yeah.
Like, it might be like if it was 90 or 95 today, you'd probably be fine. But 115 is like, you literally, like, your body literally feels like it's going to die as soon as you walk outside. You got writer's block? Well, yeah. I don't know. I don't have any fucking prescriptions for writer's block, unfortunately. I've never been a great writer. I've been good at, like, writing short form stuff. I've even written plays and dialogue and stuff, but I've never been great at it. It's like a painful process to me to get it right.
Well, yeah, even with the short stuff, you like being under the gun for it.
It's the only way I can get myself to get past my self-critic and just get something done. Paul ain't rude, he's just kind of son of a bitch. That's just his style. Yeah. I don't mean to be rude. I mean, I'm pretty direct. And I know I come off as rude, but a lot of that's just my like conversational style, my family upbringing and stuff. We're very vocal people. I don't do it out of disrespect, you know. I don't speak out of disrespect. Speak too much out of disrespect. I had a power outage today with these temps. We had one last night at like 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Power just went.
It was brief, though.
It was brief, but it was still pretty spooky. 'Cause even at 10 p.m., you need to have your AC running here. It's not being rude, it's being blunt or curt. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't even really think I'm all that curt. I can be curt, but I really feel like I'm a pretty nice guy most of the time. I'm just a little verbose. And I'm a little passionate, and I've got strong opinions, and I enjoy arguing them. It's like my favorite thing to do.
That's why you struggle with writing, because it doesn't flow like your voice does.
Yeah. No. It never sounds like me when I'm writing. I always sound like somebody else when I'm writing. I struggle mightily to get my own voice to sound like my voice, writing narratively. And that's just a function of not working on it as hard as other people who really love it. I don't really love the medium all that much. I prefer extemporaneous speaking or just public speaking in general, or, performing in plays and stuff.
Does it work better knowing that you're going to perform something that you write?
No.
No?
That would be even worse. The couple of times in my life that I performed something I've written were, like, so painful.
Well, I mean, you do that with the shows, though.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's true. I look at those differently, I suppose. That's not a script so much as it is like a guide.
Yeah.
And I'm not memorizing it. I'm not blocking it. I'm not making I guess sometimes I do. It's interesting. I guess I don't connect those things up as much as I should, maybe. There's more in common with them than there is different. How come you were just antagonistic towards my Zionist co-mod? I thought you preached talking civilly with those you disagree with. I don't know, like, I'm fine with being civil to somebody who's being civil. Do you think that your Zionist co-mod was being civil in that thread? Like, I meet people where they meet me. If somebody's being uncivil, I'm more than happy to be uncivil, dude. I'm good at it.
Yeah, from what I can tell, that mod was being uncivil to other people.
Yeah, that mod was banning people left and right, calling people retards, blah, 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 claiming he had all this information, then refusing to provide it. That's not being civil, it's being a shit. So I was antagonistic towards him for that.
The plight of this mod of the other Discord is very similar, I think, to your plight trying to make your own Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Or the subreddit.
It's like one of these things. It's like I told this person early on when they made this Discord, I was like, you're gonna get subreddit, yeah. You're gonna get the dregs. I was like, you are gonna get the people that are such mutants that they can't hang around the DFF subreddit. And he was like, no, I don't think so though. And it's just been like 2 or 3 months now of solid bullshit. And he's not learning. He's not learning. He keeps like trying to engage civilly with a group of people that by and large could not exist on the DFF subreddit. And he's starting to realize my ban policy isn't wild.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm interacting on multiple subreddits actively. Like, mods in general are pretty strict on those subreddits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Only the ones that are just too big to moderate is their fucking...
But, yeah, dude, I mean, like, if I was unbanned on that subreddit, which I've been banned now for 3 days, which I think it's funny you let people think that I was just not responding on there. It's kind of a sly move on your part to ban me and then not tell anybody that I was banned. When one of the main reasons I think, like, at least half the people that you enjoy as fucking subscribers over there come to argue with me in an environment where I can't ban them. I didn't see how many days it was from. I tried to post and I saw I was banned. I don't go looking into shit like that. I just went, well, that was fun while it lasted, and I went on about my business. But then when I checked it today, I saw people going like, yeah, I think it's funny Paul's being so quiet in this thread. And I just wanted to let them know that it was because you got salty at me and banned me for pretty much no reason. But yeah, dude. It's cool. I didn't know you only banned me for 7 days, bro. I didn't look into that. I don't care. Like, I didn't care enough to see if it was perm.
Allergic to DMs.
Yeah, I don't do DM. I very rarely will respond to a DM.
That's where the ban notices go.
It was only 7 days, but like still allowing people to go like, hey, Paul being kind of quiet over here and just kind of like smug posting around it. That was a little shitty of a maneuver. It sounds like something you'd accuse me of doing. But, okay. And then, oh, dude, another one that you pulled was you trying to say, did you just ban me for comments I made in here? When you got banned for, like, blatantly advertising your hater sub with no context. And then I put that out, and I'm pretty sure you suppressed that comment. I'm pretty sure you removed that comment or marked it as spam. Because it just, nobody ever saw it. Nobody ever reacted to you. They reacted plenty to you saying like, well, you banned me for something I said. No. So that was a dirty little move, but that's why I'm being dirty with you. Huh? You said, wow, I could find it. Wow, you banned me for shit I said over here, and I said no, and I provided a screenshot to you. Said I banned you for advertising your hater sub with no context on the main sub, which is banned on pretty much every subreddit in existence. And you never responded. Just kind of let it dangle there, and it only has like one upvote. Typically somebody will like at least downvote me a few times or upvote me a few times. The fact that it just hung there in a popular thread like a booger leads me to believe that you... Oh, that was your other mod that you keep. Okay, well, I'm sorry, I can't tell the difference between you guys sometimes. I don't pay that much attention. Do you think maybe it might be time to unmod that other guy, seeing as how he's pretty much running your place into the ground? And shitting on what you're trying to do? Or nah, you just gonna stick with it?
Oh, internet blood sports.
I know, dude, it's so stupid. Like, he's got this whole thing. He's like, I want to create a community of people that are being real creative and making high effort posts. And it's like, why would you think that any of those people would come here? You've considered it? I'd consider it pretty heavily. But then again, I'd be running your fucking Discord or your subreddit way different than you're running it. But
I think you just need to give up, bro.
I think it might be time to throw in the towel and rebrand, personally, because I think you've now learned, right, at this point, that like when you make a hater sub and there's a main sub that's pretty popular and poppin', the only people you're going to get in that hater sub are the dregs. You're not going to get people that are high effort. You're not going to get people that are making funny observations or comments. You're literally going to get people that whine about me talking about Vosh too much, whine about me banning them, whine about my fucking ban policy in general. Like, you claim that's not what you want, but that's who you recruited. So what you're learning is that my ban policy is actually not all that wild. It's like when people are wasting my time and being shitty, low effort fucking meme lords. Wasn't intended to be a hater sub. Well, now you're seeing that maybe the only
whole purpose is for people that were banned from the DFF sub,
right,
basically.
Right. You made that sub. It's in your document at the top of the sub. Why I made this place. Paul's too heavy-handed with the bans. TJ's too heavy-handed with the bans.
So that all
turns
you're
out,
gonna get is banned people.
Right. All you're going to get is banned meat. And the banned meat, turns out they're pretty retarded, pretty stupid, and can't really do much but talk about me. And now you've learned, and you're still trying to pretend that putting out a document is going to change that. Or asking people, please wait till Wednesdays to whine. It's like, how did that work out, bud? But it's cool, bro. You've learned. Look, dude, learning is like failing and falling on your face is the greatest teacher. Because now you know, Paul's not a retarded ban-happy monger. He just bans people who are retarded. See? It's a little back. You had it backwards.
Yeah, until you're in the mod seat, you don't understand.
Right. Now that you've been in the mod seat, you've seen how people just spit right in your face and tell you go fuck yourself when you ask them nicely to do shit. Maybe it's time to think about a different way of doing shit, or just give up, because it ain't for you. I get your job is on the internet, but it's so funny to hear this conversation because I've stepped so far away from internet drama myself now. Oh, I know. I mean, I would too, but yeah, no.
Well, you stepped away.
You were you know why you were banned Eternal Undying High. Don't get banned here too. I'm not gonna let you weave a narrative. Tell me. I want their next post to be why you were banned from the DFF sub. And if you lie, I'm gonna ban you here too. Your next post. And I'm going to put you on a timer too. I'm going to give you 50 seconds. I'm not going to let you weasel out of this.
Gotta do the Jeopardy thing.
Why? The question at hand is why were you banned from the main DFF sub? Because you've been appraised of why. Ooh, getting down low, about 20 seconds. 15. Ooh, getting real low. That's going to be 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. There it is. It's for my Monkey Kang event. Ban evading? Yes. Ban evading and advertising your sub. I'll give you both. I'll give you both. I'll accept that. You barely got in though, man. That was a photo finish. Took you a while. Took you 50 seconds to type that. I'll give you that. Ban evading and trying to advertise your shitty 10-person sub on my sub. I didn't make that sub until after I got banned. Then what were you banned for? Oh, you said ban evading? So I banned you on your other account, and then I banned you for coming back. Okay, fair enough. So there you go. You've been honest about it now. That's good. That's better than trying to argue. So now you know that you're not allowed to ban evade and make infinite accounts and just keep coming back. Right? Now you know. And now you know you're not allowed to advertise. I don't know why that had to be taught to you, because nobody lets you go like, hey, come to r dot fucking whatever. Like, that's banned everywhere. Nobody cares about that shit. Nobody wants to see it, so. That's what got you banned the last time. And what else is gonna happen, bro? The stern glass chrono is specifically for counting down tards when the eye of Sauron is upon them. That's it. That is what I use it for sometimes. I'll be like, well, let's hit that. That's going to be accurate fucking accounting of 30 seconds. I don't have it on right now, though. Some of you perma-internet people need to go camping, or at least go sit in the backyard and get some air in your lungs.
You gotta be a certain kind of crazy to be an internet mod. If you don't have the crazy, you're gonna get driven crazy.
Right. That is true.
You gotta have some insanity. It's the only way. It's the only way you put that much effort into something you make no money on.
Yeah. I remember when I was around what happened to people who got banned making their own Discords and subs. Yeah. It got pretty Game of Thrones-ish, and it still is. Still 100% is, man. I am not perma-internet. Well, alright, dude. You kind of have some fucking red flags, though. Like starting a fucking hater sub. Like watching it go to shit and still trying to smug post through it.
Yeah, someone that's not...
Having a shitty mod and trying to argue with people that he's a good guy even though he's a real shitbag. You know, all that stuff lets me kind of lead... Like, you can't blame me for thinking you might have a little bit of online personality disorder. It's not really like what a normal person spends their time doing. Propping up weirdos and arguing with people on a subreddit about a subreddit that they were banned on. It's not like offline behavior, my dude. That's not what people do. A bit, sure. Now, a little more than a bit, bro. A little more than a bit. That's kind of like fully online behavior. It's like I live and breathe online.
Or at the very least, that's the highlight of my day.
Yeah, the highlight of my day is my online behavior. It's my favorite thing to do. So you created a hater sub because you were banned from a subreddit, but you're not an online dude. I talked to that guy as a personal friend. He's supportive of me because I have a lot of personal friends. Not one of them is my mod. So I don't know why that means you should keep him as a mod. He can be your personal friend and just be a pleb, right? Otherwise, he's like creating posts that look like official posts on your sub about genocide denial and then calling people fucking retards when they call him on it, claiming he's got some document with a prominent figure that never materialized and banning people. Like, is that all good? If I put a mod in place that was doing that on my subreddit, would you support me? Or would you have a lot of fucking salt to spew about that? I think you know the answer. So I think you might be more online brained than you think you are. Claims that he talks to Destiny. Well, I actually talked to Destiny today, as you might have seen, for 3 hours. So the claim versus the actual VOD that's up of a 3-hour conversation might be, you know, this guy seems like he might be a little fucked up, dude. He might be a nice guy to you. He might be supportive of you personally, but I don't think he's mod material, bro.
People can be your friends and suck at certain things.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've had friends that you probably never want to work with.
Yep. Yep. But once again, you don't have anything to learn. Because every time I've tried to correct you on this, you've smug posted through it on your subreddit, and now you're reaping the whirlwind. You sowed the wind. Here's the whirlwind, bitch. Hate to be that guy, but is this friend online only for less than 2 years? Huh? Yeah, yeah. You know, I think you're probably right. You're talking about the Zionist guy, a dude you met on Discord that you've played games with.
Is it a person you ever saw face to face?
Yeah. Have you ever shaken this person's hand or had lunch with this person? I am not online, and it's just like, why are you acting so fucking online? And, I think you're online, bro. You talk to Destiny, and he the ultimate midwit? Maybe, I don't know. I don't really think he's a midwit. I don't think he's correct.
A debater.
Hey, he's a debate bro. He's a debate lord. Yeah, I'd go with that, Ross. I like about 50 to 75% of what Destiny says usually. Don't let your justified hatred of Bosch allow acceptance of the libtardness of Destiny. Well, if you go watch the 3-hour conversation, there was very little to no acceptance of his libtardness. So you don't have to worry about that, bud. Just because I didn't end up screaming bloody murder at the guy and fucking rage quitting or whatever, doesn't mean I didn't pretty aggressively counter his narrative for 3 straight hours.
He said you meet people where they meet you. He wasn't being that. So.
Right. Right. I meet people where they meet me. I did not feel like Destiny was deliberately wasting my time today. There were only a couple of times where I felt like he got a little high and mighty and a little bit preachy. But I feel like he pulled back from that, and he kind of focused in on the substance, and I tried to meet him right there. I did find him to be quite charitable. Far more charitable than his chat was being. You know, I'm not claiming to be a big history or geography fucking expert either. Read a lot of history books, studied history, but I came to him as a blue-collar guy with opinions.
I think the one thing you could have done better is stress how desperate Stephanopoulos was to tell Biden to quit in the nicest way possible.
Sure.
That's the only criticism I would have, is I feel like that would have been a good point.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to kind of like hindsight is 2020, but I learn from every one of these that I do, and one of the things that I've really learned is don't have fear. Like I got that from the drunken peasants. Don't have fear when you're talking to a big person, because most of the time the best thing you can do is be yourself with a big person. And Destiny is by far the largest content creator I've probably ever talked to. And
Kyle's bigger.
Is
Yeah.
I mean, on YouTube, because Destiny doesn't really have a major YouTube presence. He was a Twitch streamer, now he's on Kick.
But he's still on YouTube, too.
I don't think Kyle is getting like 3,000-4,000 people watching him live every time he goes live.
Well, Kyle doesn't do live, really.
Right.
So
Okay. Well, I guess it's a wash anyway.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Kick? Kick is just an alternate streaming platform, typically for chuds that have been banned off of mainstream platforms. Like if you're a chud and kind of racist adjacent, I'm not saying that Destiny is, but if you're a chud and kind of racist or white nationalist adjacent, you've been banned from Twitter and YouTube, chances are you land on Kick. What about that dude from Avia's Experience, Matt Dillon Hunty? Isn't he pretty big? Yeah, I've talked to him. I've talked to, Milo Yiannopoulos was like just months away from going to CPAC and being the keynote speaker when I spoke to him. This is a big deal, right? Like, I've talked to some big people, and I left the nerves behind me back in the DP days. You have to believe me, this is legitimately just a fucking lazy Sunday for me. I popped in there. I was literally in the middle of arguing with his fucking stream or his Discord people, and he yanked me out of the room and pulled me into his room. And I went directly into arguing with him, but there was no nerves about it. I come into it very like fucking relaxed and ready to talk to him like I would talk to you if you were here. Paul talks to Hassan Abi when, I talk to anybody, like I said. Was your first time talking to him? Yeah, today was my first time directly interacting with Destiny on anything, I think. I tried to remember if he'd ever made a breeze through on DP, but he said he never did. So I'm guessing no. So today would have been the first day of me talking to that. I would have a conversation with fucking Hitler if you resurrected him. I'll have a conversation with any human being on the planet. I don't give a fuck. Maybe not forever, but I'll give them their fucking 10 minutes and hear them out. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes. I'm Mr. Brightside. Destiny does have a motor mouth, but so do I. I am a certified yapper, dude. Was it public? Where did you speak with Destiny? It's on his Kick channel. It's the first video. It's on his YouTube. It's unlisted on YouTube. I don't have a link, but it is on his Kick channel. If you're interested, you can go to kick.com/destiny or whatever the fuck. It'll be the first video VOD thing on his channel, and you can watch it there. No, you're not banned. I'm just bored of like teaching you how to be an adult. So you can move on to something else, because your tips for how to run a subreddit are over for the day, bud. You have a question for me? Okay, well, don't tell me you have a question for me, just ask. But it better not be about your subreddit, because I'm done talking about that with you. I was watching him earlier, can't believe I missed it. Yeah, I was there for 3 hours between, like, when did I go in there, babe? Like noon, maybe?
Yeah, something like
Noon and 4, Noon and 3. Convo was productive on my end. I don't think he would I wouldn't put words in his mouth and say he would say the same thing, but on my end, I got a better look at the perspective of some people who I wouldn't call ultra-Zionist, who are still kind of largely and roundly supportive of Israel. I got a look at his reasoning, which I found to be better than Vegan Gaines's by a country mile. I also got to hear his reasoning on Biden, and hearing him articulate his worries about the gamble of replacing Biden this late in the game made me understand why people like him might be clinging so hard to Biden, because, you know, it really did make me think, honestly. I think that was the big moment that he had with me today, was when he kind of broke down the investment analogy, right? So, yeah, you know, the idea of, yeah, you've got the opportunity to win big, but you've also got the opportunity to win huge. Whereas this other one has very kind of middling odds, and, you know, still not great, but, you know, maybe less volatile. So, like I said, he didn't change my mind on it, but it gave me some insight into why people think that way that I hadn't thought about from that perspective, at least not directly first. Why are you okay with bloodshed for a revolution, but why do you think Ukraine should surrender to Russia? I don't necessarily think Ukraine should surrender to Russia. I think that there should be a brokered land deal that ends the bloodshed. And the reason that I think that is because 500,000 people estimated have died in this conflict. Almost every single one of them the son of a peasant in comparison to the people who are actually fucking prosecuting this war. And now they are literally chasing people through the streets of Kiev and other cities there. People that are, you know, just on the edge of too old, people that are just on the edge of too young. They've emptied out their prisons. They've literally pretty much thrown every Ukrainian body that they can in the pit. And it seems like people are just willing to fight to the last Ukrainian for a country they've never stepped foot in. And I'm not sure where that like nationalistic fervor for Ukraine comes from all of a sudden, especially at the cost of 500,000 human lives, 500,000 sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, brothers, grandfathers, grandmothers, sisters, wives, husbands, children. 500,000, 500,000 people winked completely out. That's why I oppose it. Because I don't think either side has any intention of ending the conflict reasonably quickly. I think that they are willing to fight until there's nothing but paste left in their countries. And I don't think that America should be supporting that. I'm glad you talked to Destiny. I've always wanted to see it. Thanks. Do you think you could become a Destiny orbiter? Would love to see you on stream more. Orbiter? Is that just... What is that just like somebody who orbits Destiny for a living? No. But will I go on his show again? He said he would like to have me back. He said I was welcome to come back, so I probably will. I don't know. Probably it'll be a while before I pop in. Maybe closer to the election. Paul is right about Ukraine and wrong about Lenin. Okay. Whatever you say, dog. It comes from the desire to fight a hostile, unjustified invasion. Yeah, I wouldn't say that people being chased through the streets and forced into a uniform and then into a trench are have a desire to fight anything right now. I think they have a desire to try and survive. But, you know, that's just because I fucking pay attention to reality and stuff. Maybe you don't. If that's how you feel, then why are you with violent revolution? This is a big country with a ton of guns. A violent revolution could result in a lot of deaths. No, I'm not asking for violence. I just realize that violence will be done if there is a revolution. If you've ever listened to me, which I don't know how much you do, you don't act like you listen to me very much given the prescriptions you make on your subreddit and your takes on me on your subreddit, but I don't call for people to grab their guns and go shoot public officials or anything. That's not what I'm about. That's never been what I'm about. But it is the truth that every time there's been a mass social movement in this country, it has been met with violence. And I think if that has to happen in order for us to get there, I'm familiar with PKA, but I don't really watch them very often. I've watched clips of theirs and interesting guests that they've had, but I'm not really familiar with their content beyond that. I know who Woody's gamer tag is. I know who FPS Russia Kyle is. Those are the two dudes I know from their own content that came together to do PKA. And I know that Wings of Redemption used to be on PKA. So I guess I know a little bit about the show, but I'm not a big fan of it. Nothing against those guys. I'm not really a big fan of any podcasts. I don't watch a whole lot of people who do what I do. It's just not how I spend my free time. What's your opinion of RFK Jr. and his political policies? I think he's trying to have his cake and eat it too. I think he wants one foot on the liberal side of things and one foot on the conservative side of things. And I think it's going to cause him to be lukewarm and be spewed from the mouths of both sides.
Do you think it's just an ego thing with him?
With who?
With RFK?
No. I think RFK feels like the call of his family destiny. I think he feels like he's standing in the shadow of his great relatives. And I feel like maybe deep down in his heart, he thinks he's got some real fire in him and a real desire to be a transformative politician. I don't necessarily think it's an ego-driven move for him.
I mean, any more than
entirely,
yeah.
Right.
Like, you have to have some ego, obviously.
Of course. To be any kind of public figure or public speaker, you have to have a pretty giant ego, but I don't think it's any worse than any other politician,
Yeah.
At least I don't get that out of him. I do remember Ross Perot, yeah, I do. One of my first little intros to politics was making fun of Ross Perot because my friend and our fathers hated him. They hated Ross Perot because they thought he was going to steal votes away from Clinton. Was it Clinton or was it Bush 1? I think it might have been Bush 1, actually. That I'm thinking of, because that might be the Perot cycle. But anyway, yeah, I remember he was one of the first politicians that I started making fun of with a voice. My friend and I used to walk around and say, national deficit, national deficit, national deficit, national deficit. Like, we would answer every question with national deficit, because that was basically what Ross Perot's big campaign thing was, is we got to balance a national deficit. National debt. He would pivot every question in a debate to the national deficit. Yeah, it was Bush 1 versus Clinton versus Ross Perot. Right, got it. Yeah, my parents were labor leftists. They were for Clinton as the Democrat there, and they were pissed off that Perot was siphoning votes. Genuinely wondering, what have I said on my subreddit that was uncharitable to you? I disagree with you, but I want to be fair. I've seen you kind of joining in on the memes there about oh, Paul's obsessed with Vosh and Paul's still salty because he lost to Vosh 6 years ago and blah, blah. I've seen you post shit like that on your subreddit. So that's kind of where I get the idea that you're pretty uncharitable to me. That and the fact that you made a subreddit for people that I've banned for being a dick to me in my show kind of makes me think you might not be the most charitable figure in my life.
And bro, just embrace being the troll.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. Embrace being a troll. I know you want everybody to like you, but if you want to have a troll subreddit, I'm probably going to troll it and not like it. And if you're not going to have a troll subreddit, then why do you have a troll subreddit? It's like you seem like you're fucking really worked up about this and having a hard time, but I've dude, I swear to God, go back and look at every post that I've made on that subreddit. 90% of them are aimed at you, whether snidely or not, giving you advice on how to handle that shit. Well, clearly you're not totally good with me trolling the subreddit. You banned me. So I guess I trolled it too good. Especially on a no-ban subreddit, or a subreddit that was created because my ban policy is too harsh.
Bro, you can't have your cake and eat
Yeah,
it too.
you're
Make
gonna
the hate sub and be a troll.
Yeah. Do you understand that every time you pipe up, you get shut down? Is that happening in your world now, or do you think that we're having a conversation about this? I'm genuinely curious now. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious. Like, dude, you really want everybody to like you. You want to be on the left side and the right side. You want to be a guy that's against banning but for banning. You want to be a guy, you want to be everything to everybody, and you're just trying to see things from my perspective. Well, if you don't, after the fucking way too much time I've wasted on talking to you tonight, then you're never going to. Don't ask me another question about your dumbass subreddit. Unban me over there and take your fucking public spanking, or shut the fuck up. I'll visit it in a couple of days and dunk on your fucking bitch ass again, but I don't want to hear your mouth about it over here no more. Cool? You want to run a shit tier subreddit, I'm going to troll it. Especially if it's about my fucking content. So you can keep me banned over there if you don't want that, or you can shut your fucking hole. Quit bitching. Let me ask you one final question. I don't want you to answer it because it's rhetorical. Who's trolling who again? You ever stop and ask? Shit. I did something to troll. Am I the one being trolled? Who's trolling who? I'll leave you with that. Oh, why do your detractors copy your rules? First Jamie Darkey and now this sub owner. They hate you, but they can't resist copying you. Because they don't hate me. They love me. That's why.
You don't have this much attention for someone you hate.
I think it's pretty equal. I occasionally troll these streams. Lately, it ain't been all that equal, bud. But like I said, it was a rhetorical question. I know you probably don't know what that means. It means it wasn't meant to be answered.
I think he's hopeless, babe.
I think he's absolutely hopeless, and that's I'm actually sad at this point. Like, I feel like I'm like beating up on the guy, and I'm not even trying to beat up on him. I'm just talking to him directly. Yeah. But yeah, dude, you're not gonna pull up out of this nosedive, right? But I couldn't help answering. Yeah, that's part of your problem, isn't it? You couldn't help doing a lot of things. Maybe you'll learn though after getting booty burned publicly, or I don't know. Probably not though. People like you tend to double and triple down until they just fucking give up. At least that's been my experience over the fucking 10 years I've been doing this. You're like the 998th person in a long line of really zero life motherfuckers who've gotten mad because I banned them, gotten their noses tweaked, dedicated a huge portion of their life trying to get my goat or make me fail, and then found out that they themselves are the ones that have failed, You're like literally just like unremarkable amongst that group of people. And not a single one of them is still around. So. Off topic, but I'm gonna drive for some Krispy Kreme tonight. Apple fritter and chocolate cream filled donut. Oh, buddy, that sounds decadent. I had a milkshake today. I haven't had an actual milkshake in a minute. I felt like having a milkshake today, so I had an Oreo milkshake and an order of fries, and that was nice from Carl's Jr. I haven't had Carl's Jr. in a while. Actually, I have the zucchini fries.
Well, because all you can really have at Carl's Jr. is the sides.
Yeah, fries. Zucchini, jalapeno poppers, pretty much anything. Or onion rings. Yeah. Oh. Can I get a namaste? Whew. Buddy. Still wondering where you got your chair from. I didn't get it from anywhere. This chair was built for me by a guy named Biker Dave in Louisiana, a friend of the Kirks. He's an older guy. I don't even think he builds chairs anymore. So this is a hand-built, hand-designed custom chair. Namaste, namaste. That's actually badass. It is kind of badass. What a day. Ooh, all right. I have no idea what I'm vaping on, Trip. It's some live resin vape from Runts, I think it is. It's a really good vape. It's like super clean. And it's a live resin. I have no clue what difference that makes. That's just what I remember from the packaging. I didn't private or delete anything. My channel, my main Paul's Ego channel got banned for hate speech. Go ahead and do the fucking math on that one. I don't know if you saw my earlier comment. There's a lot of popular brands in Cali that make carts, which they found it. Yeah, I saw that. The guy that well, my friend that hooks me up here, he like hand selects the stuff that he brings to me, the brands that he know that are pure and lab pure and all of that. Yeah, I read all of that. I don't really vape all that often, to be honest with you. I you know me. I ain't changed. I'm still Mr. Joint. So, you know, I'm running a little low on flour right now, so I've been hitting the little vape cart I have laying around, but you got me, Trip. Vaping is all I can really do because I want to respect my family. That's cool. No, it's nice of you to like respect your family and stuff, and to not smoke, you know, like smoke them out and stuff. That's cool. Yeah. Thanks, Trip. I'll be re-upping on the flour here pretty soon. I'm sure. It never takes me too long. It is so goddamn fucking hot still, man. But I'm feeling better. Like, I'm feeling like the fucking heat is finally like broken a little, but I'm still like, look at me, dude. I'm glistening. I'm glistening. In a similar boat, I vape because I deliver food. No one wants fat food that smells like cigs. Yeah. Good point. Should invest in a swamp cooler. Dude, my mom has one of those out on her back porch by her pool, and when I went over there to swim a couple of days ago, she had that shit on, and I was like, damn, this does help, though. I'm shanking, yeah. Where are you streaming from? Central California. That's how it is every damn day and night here in Florida. Walk inside glazed in sweat. Bro, I feel you. I feel you, dog. What's the stupidest thing your mom has ever said? I don't know. I don't think of my mom as a stupid person, so I don't have like a list of the stupidest things she's ever said. I don't think she's makes a habit of saying things that are stupid. I have not had sorrel or sorrel or whatever the fuck. Doesn't sound good, bro. I'll tell you right off top, it doesn't sound good. Sounds like a gross food. It's an Islander drink. Oh, well, I might try it then. About the silliest thing ever said? I don't know. My mom's, when I was growing up, was very like, what is that word? Superstitious. She believed that if you broke a mirror, you got 7 years bad luck. She believed that if you walked under a ladder, you got bad luck. If a black cat crossed your path, you had to spit over your left shoulder at the devil. If you spilled the salt, you had to throw some salt over your shoulder at the devil, over your left shoulder at the devil. Have you lived in a colder state, snow stuff, like Ohio for a while, but not really? Like not super long term or anything. I stayed in Ohio for a month or so, maybe a couple months. I can't remember how long I was there. Ashley might remember better than me. I think we were there for a couple months, a month and a half, something like that. Always wondered what that salt over the shoulder was about, yeah. Throwing it at the devil. Like, weren't we in that, extended stay for like a month and a half there? I want to say we were there for a while. At least a month, or close to a month. Only snow we get in Florida doesn't normally fall from the sky. Def less than 2 months, but yeah, I was in there. No, I didn't go back without you, I don't think. We drove back. We went back without Autumn, remember? She was the one that got left behind that trip, but we got her mailed to us, so I think I'm walking out okay. Poor Autumn. Hey, Paul, I haven't watched your stuff in a couple of years. Yeah. I went to Seattle to do the show and to try and to get the apartment fucking settled while you were still in Texas. And I was gone doing that for about a month, I think. Yeah, those were rough times there. Just really like uncertain times, you know. I'm thankful that things are more stable, like money-wise, at least for me now, because that was rough for me. It was a rough time. But we got it done. We survived. Any interesting movies or shows you watched recently? Yeah, we're watching that Your Honor show on Netflix with Bryan Cranston. First season's really good. Second season was a little cringe so far, but I don't know. We're going to probably finish it out because it's only 2 seasons, so. All right, I think I got to end this because I'm fucking dripping, yo. I gotta go jump in the fucking. I'm gonna go take a cold shower and lay in the bed naked and just let like all the water evaporate off of me. Like I'm done. I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Bye.